Hello, listeners slash viewers, just general consumers of the Bickley Podcast. I think I'm the first guest to appear officially on the podcast, so that's a great honour for me. The reason I was involved in this particular podcast was because I love a crisp. The juices one from last week. It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of juices. Supermarkets I was heavily involved in as well, but crisps, that's my forte. It's my genre. So I've made a tier list. I've prepped for this. There's 5 tiers. You've got dead. I don't want to see them, even if I'm on a desert island and a box of these wash up. Not having them. I'm sorry. Acceptable. That's just it. I'll have them. They're there. I'll accept that they're part of my life. But they're better ones. Munchable. These are the ones where you look at and go, fancy I'm munching on them. Munchable. Bingeable. You're watching telly. You got a bag next to you. You can't, you should stop, but it's hard to stop. And then irresistible. If any of these bags are open near me, they're gone. There'll be none left. There'll be none left. So that's my tier list. I'll start with dead. I'll start from the bottom and work my way up to the crescendo. The crisp endo. We'll work on that. Dead. There's going to be some controversial ones in there, because I've already seen Bickley's. I've already seen his. And some of his top are towards my bottom. So, interesting to see what you guys say in the comments. Dead. Twiglets. Twiglets are horrendous. I wouldn't even give them to like a rabbit or something. There's minging. I like a Marmite. I like Marmite. But Twiglets can do one. They taste like burnt sticks. I'm not having them. Sorry, gone. Pringles barbecue. I don't like them. I'm sorry, I like a Pringle. You'll see further up on the list, I like a Pringle. But Pringle barbecue, I can't hack it. I can't. I don't know what it is about them. I like barbecue as a flavour. You'll see later on, I like barbecue. But for some reason, Pringles have... They've got this flavour wrong. I don't know. They've made this flavour horrendous. Sunbites. They're not even crisps. I don't even know what they are. They're trying to be healthy. But normally everything tastes horrible. And these are an example of them. Sunbites, no. Wheat crunch. Them thick tubes of wheat. Who wants to eat wheat? Other than, Weetabix. Weetabix is good. But it's only good when you put a bit of chocolate on it, a bit of fruit, a bit of honey, But just wheat crisps, not having it. And any vegetable crisp, like beetroot, parsnip, carrot, get out. Tyrells. I don't know what you've joined the market with your standards, your salt and vinegar, your cheese and onions and stuff, and you've gone, we're going to create our own little thing. We think we found a loophole in the market. The reason there's a loophole there because no one fucking likes them. You're trying to make an industry of vegetable crisps. The shelves are always full of them because no one likes them. Bin that off. Focus on what you're good at. That's Tyrell's told. That's it for me. Dead. We'll forget that ever happened because the dead ones we don't want to know about them. Acceptable. All the knickknacks flavours. Knickknacks, I think, are what Twiglets want to be, but they're just a bit better. I've not had a knick-knack in a while, just because there are better options out there in the crisp world. But yeah, they're alright. They're fine. If someone said to me, munching on a knick-knack, want one? I'll take one. I'll be, thank you for the knick-knack. Greatly appreciated. But I don't think I don't think I'd go and buy one. I don't think I'd go, fancy knick-knack. But they're there. They're fine. Onion rings. Unacceptable. Percy Bickley likes them. Personally, they're okay. They're alright. If I was at a buffet and, I've got me sausage rolls, I've got me mini sausages, I've got me cheese and pineapple on a stick. Oh, onion rings. Yeah, go on then. I think that's the only time I consume an onion ring. Sensations, caramelised onion and / sweet chilli. They're acceptable. I've got nothing else to say really. I'm not a massive heat fan. I know sweet chilli isn't particularly hot, but it's got a tang. I'm not a huge fan of the tang. That's all I've got to say. Back of your tongue, I don't like the aftertaste of a sweet chilli. And caramelised onion. There's better stuff out there. Pringle rice fusion here. Tempted to drop them to dead. Don't know if you ever had any. Like crisps, if you leave them in moisture for long enough, they should melt and sort of just like, these crumble. They're a crumbly crisp. And all the flavours are shit. They don't stick to the crisp properly. And I don't know. I'm not a fan of a rice fusion, to be honest. McCoy's are fine. Any flavour of McCoy's, absolutely fine. They're acceptable. You see them, you go, thank you, McCoy's, at a pub. You get a couple, open them out for the table. That's acceptable. That's absolutely fine. Not going any higher than acceptable for me. Walker's Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce? / ready salted. Both of those flavours are acceptable. For me, if I buy a big grab bag, a multi-pack of 24, they're always the last ones to be eaten. And that just sums up how acceptable they are. They will be eaten in time, but they're not the first choice. It's another pet hate of mine is people go through the multi-bag to pick the ones that they like first. It's a lucky dip. Put your hand in. Bosh, what am I having? Chicken. Fine with that. Bosh, Worcester sauce. It's an unlucky day for me. I'll move on. It should be a lucky dip. Don't go searching through. Don't do it. Because then you're left with the acceptable ones at the end. And you're more likely to buy a new bag because you don't want to eat the acceptable ones. And then there's a waste of food. Went off piece there, but that's how I feel. Third tier, middle of the range, munchable. We all love a munch on a crisp. These guys, you look at it and go, munch. I'm going to munch on them. Walker's cheese and onion, / steak, / chicken, / smoky bacon. I believe all of the other Walkers, other than Worcester sauce and really salted, are in munchable. They're all fine. They're all absolutely fine. I'll have a munch on them. Like I said, multi-pack. Pick them up. Munch, munch, munch. Fine. Good. Smashing. Crisp. Walker's does it well. There are some that, when they do the competitions and people be like, full English breakfast or tomato ketchup. Stop doing that. Just do what you're good at. I don't know why people start trying to break out into different things. If you found your lane, you go to your lane, stick in your lane. Don't try and change lanes and reinvent yourself. Leave it. Let other people reinvent themselves because they're good. Let other people be in that lane because they're good in that lane. You stick to your lane. I'm getting quite irate here. Passionate about the crisp munchable. Doritos hot. Like I said earlier, not a huge fan of the heat, but Doritos hot. There's something about it where I think they only sort of get hot when you finish the bag. And that's fine, because you finish the bag. If your first bite is hot and it's got a weird taste, you're less likely to eat the rest. If your last bite has a weird taste, doesn't matter because you've eaten them. Monster Munch has munch in the name, so they're munchable. I've never had anything else pickled onion that I enjoy, but a Monster Munch is different. You get a bag of Monster Munch. Most of the flavour still is on your fingers. You do. That's fun. It's fun, that. The people who, the old gene wipers, minging. Disgusting. I don't even want to know. Their list is probably fucked compared to mine. I don't want to know their list. But yeah, Monster Munch is fantastic. Also in this list, Space Invaders, cracking crisp. Similar taste, similar fun. Childish nostalgia is there. Space Invaders. Discos. Like a disco. It's like a little circular thing. All the flavours are cracking. Good. Fantastic. Munchable. Pringles salt and vinegar. I like a salt and vinegar. I very much like a Pringles. And if I was going to sort of splurge and sort of consume and be really unhealthy, I'd probably go for a Pringles salt and vinegar. Purely because, I don't know if this is just a me thing. I've met one other person who has the same thing. Crisp sweats. If I have too much crisps, I start to perspirate, and these make me perspirate the absolute most. My mouth is like salivating just thinking of it, but not in a good way. It's just an instant release of saliva just thinking about something. They're so vinegary and so salty and so pungent, but they're just so munchable. So in the Pringles ranking, a lot better than barbecue, better than rice fusion, munchable. They're up there. Hula hoops ready salted. Cracking little crisp hula hoop. Put them on your fingers, make rings. Fun, good fun. I'm actually just thinking about something here. Yeah, they're fine. They're brilliant. They're munchable. There are better flavours of hula hoops. And there is one ultimate hula hoop flavour which will come up later. What else is there? A frazzle. I like a frazzle. I don't like bacon flavoured things that isn't bacon other than a frazzle. They're like they look like bacon, and not many crisps are designed to look like what they taste. But a frazzle's gone, you know what? We're going to make our bacon-flavoured crisps look like bacon. And you've got to appreciate the effort. You've got to appreciate them sat in the factory going, what can make us stand out? There's bacon-flavoured crisps all over the shop. What can we make ours stand out? Let's make it look like what it looks like, or what it tastes like. Let's just do that. Make it look like smoky bacon in a pan. Fantastic. Chipsticks. More salt and vinegar. Chip, chip, chip. Fantastic. Salt and shake. It's a bit more effort on your salt and shake, but it's exciting, isn't it? You're making your own crisps, essentially. You've got a choice. You can either go for ready salted salt and shake, which you're psychopathic if you do that, or you pour the shake in. You've made your own crisps. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. What else is there? Twirls. Sort of like own brand twirls, like the proper cheap stuff. They're cracking. They feel good in your mouth. That's what I've got to say on twirls. Definitely munchable. French fries. All the flavours of French fries are brilliant. You can just straight in your mouth. Bosh. They're easy to collect. The thing is about crisps that's, difficult is that when you get to the bottom, you've got your hand all in the flavour. Your tip is fine. You don't want to be licking the back of your hand to get the flavour off. That's why you've got to go wash your hands. With a French fry, they're long, they're elongated, they're just baff. Like this. Beautiful. Bags here. Look. Just the tips going in, not my hand. Well designed, well thought out, brilliant. Second highest rank. Fourth tier. Bingeable. Now, we're getting into the realms of crisps I sort of tend to buy quite often, because when I do eat crisps, I like to binge. Watching a film, Netflix series, recent Netflix series we've just watched is Last Chance U, Laney College, American football. Very good watch. I probably consumed quite a few of these while watching that. Brilliant series. I recommend it. That could be another podcast, Netflix series. That's for later day. Bingeable. We've got the other Dorito flavours in here. Original and cheesy. Fantastic. The chip and dip is an absolute masterpiece because you've got everything you need in a chip and dip. You've got the crisps or the chip, which, as you know from this podcast, it's just so important. And then the added flavour of a salsa, of a sour cream dip. It just adds to it. And it's just fun. It's a little sharing ting. Little like, oh, Netflix series. Bash. It's a little fear of like, you dip it and then you've got to get it in your mouth before it falls. Love a chip and dip. Whatsits. There are very few foods which smell disgusting but taste amazing. And Whatsits are one of them. They're a finger licker. But yet they just stink. You know someone's eating a Whatsits when they're eating a Whatsits. You can smell it first. You even have to... Someone's eating Whatsits in there. You can just smell it. Not a great smell, but fantastic taste. Quavers. Oh, love a quaver. Again, they melt in your mouth. They're a cheesy sort of taste. They're light. They're airy. Only thing about a quaver is there's never enough in the bag. They're a classic, like Walkers, for having a bag like this, but the crisps are like that. There's a lot of air in them. Underrated. Seriously, I'll champion this crisp until I die. A Pom Bear. They are brilliant. You know, you can play with them. You can run around a little, and then you can, a bit sadist here, but you can bite the leg off and be like, you can torture them. Just leave with the head and then go fuck it. You can elongate the crisp eating process by playing with your Pom Bears. I think that's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, some people look at me eating a Pom Bear thinking, who's that child? Who's eating? I'm having a great time over here. You know, you can make them kiss, you can make them fight. It's hours of fun with Pom Bears, and you get the payout of it tasting fantastic. Supermarket owns salt and vinegar crisps. The share bags. Now, with me and crisps and the word share don't really mix. But the bags of salt and vinegar crisps that you can get from, especially Tesco's, is good. What else have I tried? Aldi and Lidl, they do some very good ones. They're just standard. They're good. They very rarely let you down. We're being intruded here. Shocking. The red light on the top of the door says I'm recording. So yeah, they're all brilliant. Mini cheddars. Love a mini cheddar. I don't know whether the mini cheddar came first or the big cheddar, or just cheddar. Are they just called cheddars? And then there's a big cheddar. It's like underwhelming, overwhelm, but there's not a whelm. There's a mini cheddar, there's a big cheddar, but it's not a cheddar. Discuss amongst yourselves about that. But yeah, brilliant. Love a mini cheddar. You can shove as much in your mouth as possible. They've got that brilliant sort of... The structure is strong, it holds, but then it melts at just the right time. It's another melter. I love a mini cheddar. I can't speak highly enough of them. Cheese puffs, very much like Whatsits, but if you don't want the smell, you go for a cheese puff. Again, another melty crisp. Love a cheese taste. Pop in your mouth, another finger licker. It's just fantastic. They're so bingeable. And they normally come in big bags. If you go to like Super Saver or something, they're about 45p. Smash them down your face. Brilliant. Now we're here. Top of the mountain. We're at Everest. Irresistible. I'm going to try and put these in order. I've got 4 here, so these are probably my top 4 favourite crisps. So I'll go 4th all the way up. But they're all irresistible. Asda salt and black pepper. They are 80p and honestly unbelievable. If you like a salt and black pepper crisp, don't go for the big brands. Get yourself down to Asda. They are fantastic. I mean, I can't even explain how good they are. Every person I've spoken to or enjoyed a crisp with, I've offered them an Asda salt and pepper, and they love them. They think, sure, this can't be Asda. They just can't be. Own brand. Brilliant. If you're near Asda, just pop in. Say hello. Say I sent you. And get some salt and black pepper crisps. Now, third, Pringles. Prawn cocktail. Oh, I didn't speak about it earlier, but the joys of a Pringle is that it's the shape of your tongue. So, if you don't fancy chewing, just pop it on and just let it dissolve. Let all of the flavours just amalgamate in your mouth, and then you just, the crunch of a Pringle's brilliant. I just love a prawn cocktail Pringle. It's, you can do the duck thing. What other crisp offers you the chance to turn into a duck? None, just a Pringle. And it's a crack and crunch, a Pringle. They're always big. I rarely get them full price, only when they're half price or on offer. Get a Pringle. They're as long as your arm. Brilliant. Love them. Love a Pringle. Number 2. Now these two literally are like Ronaldo and Messi, these boys. But I think I know which one's top, so I'm going to go for second. And that's a Skip. Oh, a Skip. They're just fantastic. Prawn cocktail Skips, obviously. They do have flavours, but the only Skip is a prawn cocktail Skip. And they're like Rice Krispies, but crisps. You can sort of hear them sort of crackle as they melt away. And then, they're even fantastic crunchable ones if you don't fancy them out. Honestly, it's just bring a tear to my eye to think about Skip. They're even like they're childhood crisps, and they have such a reputation that even as an adult, you could be sat on a train, smashing a grab bag of Skips, and people look at you and go, "He's got his life together. He knows." Like the whole Pom Bear thing. Looked down upon. Skips, everyone knows. Everyone knows that Skips are just... They're one of those crisps which you get jealousy. If you look at someone eating a Skip, you go, fucking hell, I wish I was them. And you can't stop thinking about a Skip until you eat a Skip. Skip's number 2. Number 1, the big daddy of crisps. It's going to shock people because I slated this flavour earlier on in the video. Barbecue hula hoops. Brilliant. I'm speechless about how much I enjoy a hula hoop barbecue. They are, for me, the ultimate crisp. They have the fun of the hula hoops on your fingers. Oh look, I'm married. No, I'm not. Brilliant. They've just got barbecue right. I don't know what it is. They're creating some magic over there or something. They've got magic cows being slaughtered to create this flavour of a barbecue. It's yeah. Barbecue hula hoops are the ultimate crisp. They're irresistible. If ever I see them when in a shop, I can't not buy a pack. Irresistible. So that's why they're number 1. That's why they're Messi. The Ballon d'Or of crisps. Hula hoop barbecue. Enough said. That's where I'm finishing it. Cheers for listening. like, comment, subscribe, click the bell so you get some notifications or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully I get invited back onto the podcast. And yeah, cheers. Thank you.